Garden Report is brought to you by Prize Picks and the Game Time app.
Hey, Brian Manning here. Welcome to a news edition of the Garden Report. Per CLNS Media sources, Jay Scrubb signing an Exhibit 10 contract with the Celtics midway through training camp here ahead of this weekend's games against the Sixers and the Raptors. Scrubb not expected to play in these preseason games as his recovery continues from ACL surgery a year ago, but as he told us, and as we reported earlier in the fall/summer, Scrubb will be returning to the Celtics organization this year, most likely in Maine, to try to fight his way back to the NBA after a tough setback a year ago. Strong summer league led to a two-way deal with Boston before he tore his ACL in practice early last training camp. Now, after a year-long recovery here, he announced on Instagram today that he is cleared to return to the floor. So expectation that Scrubb will be ready to go for the G League season here. And who knows, maybe standout G League gets him another NBA opportunity. But what's already looking like an intriguing, fun, and potential-filled Maine Celtics team this year adds another great piece in Jay Scrubb, who, if you remember, great scoring off the dribble, dynamic overall offensive game, and some defensive growth led to the Celtics sticking with him after signing him for the Summer League team a year ago. So Jay Scrubb, again, one of the great stories coming out of JUCO and Clippers, Magic stints to start his career, and now returning to the Celtics after spending pretty much the last year around their facility rehabbing. Went home for a little bit to work on that rehab process after starting last year, staying around the Boston facility. Brad Stevens, as he told us, allowed him to have access to everything that the Celtics could offer in terms of help with this recovery here. And now he's back. So again, sources say that he'll sign an Exhibit 10 contract, which, as we've mentioned with many others here, including Lonnie Walker, training camp deal, non-guaranteed, allows you to get a bonus for playing with the G League team for a certain amount of time, usually a month or two, something like that. So more than likely the Scrubb will play with the Maine Celtics to start this year. And joins Lonnie Walker, who, as we said, more and more likely looking like he's going to be heading in that direction based on how the first couple preseason games went with him. Ron Harper Jr. on this kind of deal, Tristan Enaruna, as well as Dmitro Skapintsev, who, with the roster up to 21, we'll have to waive one of those guys. I know we saw Dmitro in the first preseason game. A little bit of Ron Harper, I believe, as well in that game. Haven't seen Enaruna yet, and Walker gets those two short spot opportunities at the end there. So again, Celtics up to 21 players on the roster here. So someone will have to go to make room for Scrubb as he joins the roster here. We are brought to you by Prize Picks. Go over to Prize Picks, use code CLNS, play $5, get $50 instantly over there. Great opportunities all week, hockey back, football, ton of football games throughout the week and into the weekend in the pro side of things. And as I said, players go down, you got your full season fantasy team. There's a great opportunity to do daily fantasy where not only do you get to build your team each week and start over if guys get hurt, you get injury insurance so your team stays in play. Even if someone gets hurt. So use code CLNS, get $50 instantly over there when you play $5. And Game Time, go to Game Time, create an account, use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, concerts, tickets to events, as well as anything you can think of with panoramic views of your seat and all-in pricing that lets you know what you're paying up front. Flash zones, zone deals, they all make a great experience over on Game Time. So again, Prize Picks, code CLNS. Run your game with Prize Picks and Game Time. CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. What time is it? Game time. Again, news today per CLNS Media. Jay Scrubb joined the Celtics on an Exhibit 10 contract. Looking forward to seeing him at practice. And we have a full interview that we'll link below about his comeback journey here. So check that out. And we will have more coverage of practice and the games this weekend. Check out our interview with Chris Forsberg today, reacting to the GM survey and looking back at that Abu Dhabi trip. But for now, I'm Bobby Manning, and this has been a news edition of the Garden Report. Hey, Bobby Manning here. If you made it this far, you probably enjoyed this video, so subscribe, turn on notifications, and check out our social media platforms at Celtics CLNS.